Hello everyone, I'm Alicia. Welcome to my Beautiful Nights channel. This project here is going to be a 3-part video tutorial series, and I've been working on this design for 2.5 weeks, maybe 3 weeks now, making these components here. This was the first one I made, and I was going to make it into earrings at first, and then I added more beads around it, and I'm like, you know what, I should make a necklace. And then I thought about those 2 bracelets that I made in the past where I did individual components and I stitched them together into a bracelet. I will put 2 pictures up now of the designs I'm talking about. Now I stitched those components together into that bracelet, but I thought, what about instead of me doing that, what if I made 5 individual components and I just connected them together with either chunky jump rings or thick chain links. Now, believe it or not, the piece that took the most time for me to perfect was this little one here. There is 6 feet of thread in this flower. It has so much work in it, and I think I'm going to show you guys how to make this one first because it is actually more complex to make this one. And yeah, I had a hard time getting this one right because the chaton in the middle kept tilting on me. It wouldn't sit properly in the bezel, so I just kept having to fuss with it to get it right. So I'll show you how to make this one first, and then this will be probably part 2, and I'll have to take this one apart and do it in part 3. Alright, so let's dig in and get started on this project. Oh, wait, before I do want to let you guys know, in case you don't realize, you can make this into an earring if you want to. You can put a charm down here, or you can just eliminate that there and just put your earring finding right up here, or you can do like a connector piece, maybe do like a bead link, like make a wire wrap loop, put a bead on wire wrap loop, and then your earring finding to extend this more if you like it a lower drop. This can also be an earring, and if you want to, you can also make all 3 of these into pendants. See how I have 2 bails here? You can put, instead of this bail here, it would be over here. That would be a pendant, and move this one would be over here for a pendant. So you have several different options. Now these are too big for rings, so you're only going to want to do a necklace with them, a pendant, use them by themselves, or earrings. Alright. The materials I'm using to make these components are from beadingschool.com by Erika Sandor, and I'm using Erika's bi-monthly subscription to do this design. The name of the subscription is called Beadingschool Academy Box. This box is for the months of September and October 2022. The theme of this box is called Flowers in the Hair, and the version I am using is the fuchsia version, so it is the biggest subscription that she sells. I'm going to put individual links to the materials that I'm using for each component. So in part 1, I'm going to do this design here, so you will see individual links for this down there below in the description bar. And some of you might already have some of these things on hand, so you might only need to go buy a couple things. So yeah, I'm going to put the link for the subscription box down there, but I'm also going to do individual links for the materials I'm using for the components in the description bar. Alright, here is the list of materials you will need to make this component. You will need to cut 6 feet of 8-pound fireline. You will also need a size 10 beading needle, 8mm Preciosa Chaton, 6 6mm czech druk beads, 6 5x7mm czech teardrop beads, 6 4mm czech fire polish beads, 6 4mm Preciosa bicone beads, 12 3mm czech fire polish beads, 6 3mm czech druk beads, 11 miyuki delica beads, and I'm doing 3 colors, so I have pink, yellow, green. They're all the same size, just different colors. And then I'm using 11 miyuki seed beads in this dark bronze. And then I'm using 15 miyuki seed beads in the turquoise and the light bronze, alright? So here's everything that I'm using to make one component. So if you want to make a pair of them, if you're not going to do just one pendant, you can, of course, make a pair of earrings, make a pair of them for the necklace like I am. So then you will have to double your materials, but for now, I am giving you the list of materials you will need to make one, because you can only make one at a time. We're going to start by making this first. There's a lot of detail on it. It's very pretty. I'm going to start by doing the back of it first. Okay, so I'm going to pick up my teardrop bead like this, going through the pointy end, coming out the wide end. And then I'm going to pick up a 3mm Czech fire polish, 6mm druk, 3mm fire polish, or yeah, Czech fire polish, go down. And then another teardrop going through the wide part, like this. Okay, and then a 3mm Czech druk. So this design is kinda like, because of the teardrops, that pendant that I made. I can't remember the name. I'll put a picture up now. Okay, so I'm gonna slide these beads down, and I need to leave a 6-inch tail. Remember, we're working with 6 feet here of thread, so I'm gonna hold here. I'm gonna go back through all of these beads. We're gonna tie a knot. Okay, so I am going in a circle. Just like that. Now, I want to make sure I have a 6-inch tail. Alright, I'm now at the 6-inch mark, so I'm going to tie a surgeon's knot. Over and under once. Pull it down. Okay, you want it to look like this, little triangle. And then over and under twice. Bring it down. Pull it tight. Okay, we're good to go. So, a beading rule. Every time you tie a knot like this, you don't pick up beads here. You have to go through a bead. It just works out better. So I'm going through this bead. Okay, I'm not going to yank it. I don't want my knot to go in there. I want my knot to stay right here because it's out of my way. When you yank it, you know, sometimes the knot will go into the bead. So I'm going to hold it like this, and I'm going to continue doing this. Since I'm at the wide base of my teardrop, that means I have to pick up another 3mm. My druk, another 3mm. Slide those down. I have to pick up another teardrop, but I'm going to pick it up this way. Okay, and then pick up another 3mm druk, and I'm going to go down through this bead. Apologize for the barking dog. I swore she's barking at the rain, but maybe somebody's here. I don't know. Probably package or something. So like that. And then I have to come back out here so I can pick up more beads. So I'm just going to stitch to the area where I have to pick up beads now. So I'm going to go through there. And when you go through, you have to pull it tight because it constantly gets loose, especially this part coming out here now. So hold it between your fingers as you pull to keep that tight tension. Like that. Okay. And then pick up a 3mm druk, teardrop, like this. 3mm fire polish, my druk, 6mm druk that is, okay, and then go up through here because we're forming a circle. And then sew down through this little 3mm druk and to the teardrop. Like that. Okay, so I like to push this up, the teardrop up, and pull it tight so that this keeps a good shape. And then I'm going to pick up a 3mm. Is it loose right there? Let me see. Oh, I guess it's okay. A 3mm fire polish. Okay, coming out the bottom, so I have to pick up those beads. My 6mm druk, 3mm fire polish, and then I have to pick up my teardrop, and then another 3mm. I'm gonna go down through this teardrop. Now, before you pull all this through, you can go back to this tail here. If that's loosening up, pull that tight, and then hold this between your fingers and pull it through. So see, we're forming a circle. Then I'm going to go through these beads, these 3. By the way, this is one of those very fussy designs that you have to make exactly this way to the T. You can't alter it. Don't try altering bead shapes with this design, because it will give you a time. Do exactly the sizes I'm doing. You can play around with all the colors you want, but if you're gonna like try to change the shape of these, or just like instead of using a fire polish there, maybe if you use a bicone there, it might not work. It's really fussy. Very fussy design. You have to do it exactly the way that I'm showing you in order for it to work. A 3mm druk, I've played with it so many times, and it's what I've learned. Teardrop, and then 3mm fire polish, druk, 6mm druk, fire polish, and that's all my beads there. And coming out here, go through here. Pull through, but don't pull through all the way. Stop. Make sure this is tight, your previous one there, and then point it down like that and pull it gently. And then through this 3mm druk. Like that. Down through the teardrop. I love these colors together. They're so pretty. I almost used all the seed beads that came in this box. All the colors. I don't mean that I ran out. Okay, just like that. Now I'm gonna pick up 3mm fire polish, 6mm druk, 3mm fire polish. Go through this teardrop towards the center there. Hold this between your fingers so it doesn't loosen up. Now I have this. Pick up the last 3mm and go down through this teardrop. Okay. Pull this tight and then turn and go back through all 3 of these. Alrighty. Skipped one, so I'm going to go through that one. Like this. Pull it tight. Go through this teardrop. Alright, I have to spin it like this. Okay, pull this tight. Now you have this. So now I'm going to pull all six of these together. Go like this. I do one at a time. And then I pull my needle through. We're going to bring these together into a circle, and usually when I make a design like this, I start with the center and then I add on the other beads. But this design is very fussy, and I had to make it like this so that there's open gaps, okay? And then I'm connecting these together, and then what I'm going to do is rest a 15-0 seed bead on top of these threads that we are adding. So this thread that we are adding right now is going to make that 15-0 seed bead stand up and stand out, so we can add our bezel for our chaton. So this little step right here is very important that you do it this way. Okay? So you're going to see what I'm talking about. Now I've completely gone around. I'm going to stop and pull this tight. So see, now it's closed up. I had to close the center up last like this because this little thread that we just added is going to make the 15-0 that we pick up sit on top. So pick up a 15, okay, and go through this 3. And we're basically doing the same stitch again, but now we have this 15-0. And this is going to help this design dome for us. So again, into the next 3mm, I'm going to do this all the way around. Stop and pull it tight. Okay, see? So I'm just going to go all the way around. Repeating this. Again, this is the 15, that's an 11. So I'm going to try hard to make sure I don't confuse you because they're close in color. One more time through this 3mm, and if I can, through that 15. Exit out of that 15. Okay. Yes, so now it's doming. Do you see it? It's not laying flat anymore. Here, see that? It has a dome. So this is going to be the top. Now, I have not knotted any of these off yet, but I think, because of how that one looks, I think this might give me a hard time. So, I'm thinking about passing my tail through this bead. I don't have a needle. I usually do it like this without a needle. I use tweezers. But I don't see that bead open. Let's see, if I pass the needle through now. I don't have to go through that teardrop that has a knot. I can go through another bead, but I will use my tweezers to do it. I couldn't go through there, so I just passed it through that druk and then out there. And this is just for later on, tying knots, so it's not a pain in the butt. I usually always figure a way out around when I have issues, but so you don't have issues, just pass that tail through there. Okay, I'm now going to pick up 3 bronze 15s, a 4mm Czech fire polish, this one here. I think it's called Milky Amethyst. It's beautiful. And then I'm going to pick up a 15 and a yellow delica and a 15. I'm going to go through this bronze bead You'll have to use your nails to push it out because the green beads don't want it to go out. They want to pull it inward. Like this. And see how this is doing that? You don't want it to do that. Push that bead up so it sits on top. Okay. Pull that snug. Repeat this seed bead pattern here again. 15 delica, 15. Pass through the 4mm and pass through the 115 that's in front of it. Like this. This is a step I kept forgetting about, but it seems pretty important to do that. So see, I'm coming out that 15 on top of the 4. Now this time, pick up 2 15s because we went through that 15 on the top, and go through this 15 right there. Like that. And then I'm going to make this again 5 more times all the way around. 3 15s. I might fast forward this, by the way. 3 15s, 1 4mm Czech fire polish, a 15, a delica, and a 15. Push that 6mm druk out. It's like I twisted my needle there around that thread, so I'll pass back through, come out and go back through. Like this, push those beads up, pull that snug, 15, delica, 15, and go through this 4mm and through that 15 in front of it. Now, it's very important to put your thumb like this over it and pull it through, because every time I don't do that, it gets loose. And if you need to, you could stop, pull this, tail tight, then place your thumb back over, hold it firmly between your fingers, and pull your thread there so that it lays right, because it will get loose, it'll go swinging. I do it all the time, it's really annoying. Okay, and then pick up 2 15s. I came out that 15 on the top of the 4 and go like this. And in the center, it's going to make a very pretty 6-pointed star, but it's going to be hidden. The chaton's going to sit inside of this. So 3 15s again, 4mm, 15, delica, 15, push this bead out like that, pull through, 15, delica, 15, go through here, come out the 15 on the top, don't forget about it, hold this in place, pull your thread through, like that. 2 15s, not 3 this time, but 2. Go through this 15 from the teardrop. Again, I like to put my finger in there and pull it. So we have this. Repeat this again 3 more times. Alright, we are now at the close, and I actually don't think I got that very tight, so I'm just going to tighten it up. And then go like that. Okay, I got my last 2 15s. I'm going to go through the center one again that's above the teardrop, that's what it is. Like that. Pull this through. Okay, and then I'm gonna go through a 15 right here. Can't see. I'm going blind. Alright, this is it. Now, it's rounded because it was sitting on my finger, but that's what it looks like. It's okay. It's not that exciting yet. It's going to get much better. Now what I'm going to do is pick up a green delica. I love this color. It's so pretty. I'm going to put this delica here on top of these 3mm Czech fire polish. No, they're druks. That's it. That's right. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, I'm gonna go through this 15, right? I'm gonna go through that middle one too, like this. So this is the part right here that I had a really hard time with, but now I got it figured out. So I went through two 15s. I'm gonna go through this one also. This 115. Okay, so actually, let's see. I'm going through these three. So I picked up this delica, put it here. You can see those three 15s there. There's three 15s that I'm going through. And then I'm going to pick up another delica. Okay. And I'm going to skip over these three. Skip 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to go through this bead. In the one right beside it. Now it makes me go this way. Let's see, can I go that way? Can I do all three at one time? It just kind of seems like it doesn't want to. So I'm going to do two. Okay, you'll see what happens. This is going to sit on that druk. Like that. And then I'm going to go through this bead because I have to in order to add my next delica. There is fuzz right here in the stitches and it's driving me crazy. Oh, it's not going to come out. Oh, I got it. Okay, there we go. You always have to make sure you're coming out of the right place and going into the right place. Look at this, it's so tiny. So again, I have to go through three 15s. Okay, I'm skipping over 3. So coming out here, so there's 3. Skip over 3, 1, 2, 3. Go through this one, and then go through the one that is in between the 3mm druks, the 3mm Czech druks. That's what I'm trying to say. Like this. Now I can only go through 2 at a time, like I said, because of that angle. And then I'm going to go through the third bead. Okay, I just came out of 3 15s. Pick up another delica. Skip over 3 right in front of the 4mm. Go through this one. And through the one that's in between the 3mm druks. And then through this one here. So we have to go through 3 total seed beads. Okay, again, skip over 3 that's in front of this Czech fire polish, 1, 2, 3, and go through this 15 and the one in between the druks. And then go through your third bead. Pick up your delica, go through this one here, through the middle bead. Okay, that looks right. And then I have one more. Third 15. And then through this delica. Okay, now this point here is where I thought I would just sit my chaton in and then make the top for it. But the chaton would not sit right. It kept tilting. It was not centered at all. I kept having to physically push it over, but it would just go back to the way it was. So I had to make this little row of beads so it would stop doing this, and I tried several different ways, and this was the best way that I could find to keep the chaton sitting just right. So one hopped on there. You're going to want to pick up a pink 11-0 delica, 15 and 11-0 delica, and pass through the green delica. Okay, like that. And push it down. You want your 15 to pop up. You want it to look pointy. See? Just like that, because you're going to go through that 15 later. And you're going to do this all the way around. So delica, 15, delica, through the green, hold through, push it into place. Sometimes the middle bead doesn't want to come out, so I always make my work tight and then grab that center bead and pull it forward. It sounds like the dog just woke up and smashed her head into the dresser. That was weird. She's never done that before. Okay, like that. Delica, 15, delica. Oh, maybe she was shaking her head. Go through that delica there. We're going to do this all the way around. Okay, go through the green one, pink, and through the light bronze. You know, it kind of looks like a little crown. Yes, like this. Okay, pull this tight. Pull this very tight. So here, you want it to stand up. See how it's standing up? It's really hard to hold on to it. See how it is standing up. Our stone's going to rest in there. It's important that it's very tight. Okay, now I'm going to pick up two 15s in the light bronze, a turquoise 15, and then two 15s. Through this next 15 here, see how easy it was to pass through because we kept that row tidy. Okay, so this here, you're going to want to do the same for this. Pull that one out in the middle, two 15s, bronze, and then a turquoise 15, two 15s in bronze, like this. Pick up these beads through here. I'm gonna stop, pull these out, Okay, keep going. We're going to do this all the way around, so I have to do it 4 more times, total of 6. Like this. I did do 5 bronze, and I didn't do the turquoise in the middle at first, but it just kind of looked like a blur, and I wanted you guys to see what I was doing. Last one, go through this 15 bronze. You know the one right here. Okay, and while you're at it, go up through those beads to the next row, stepping up. So I'm going to pick up 3 15s and go through that turquoise. Three 15s again through the turquoise. See why we were making those beads stand out? So this wall's starting to pull up, close in on us, is what we want. I'll do another 3 through that next turquoise there. Okay, I'm going to pop the stone in. That's what it has so far. 3 again. Make sure you put your finger over this, hold it in there. I don't usually put it in this soon, but I have to for this one. Because one time I did this and I broke the crystal. It was a Swarovski crystal. And I was really sad. It was the only one I had in this size at that time too, and I was using it for a tutorial. So I think I went and bought more or something. Here we go. I'm at the close, so I have to go through the first one. See? So pull that through. See here? Put your finger over this and pull this tight. You can actually take your fingers and go like this and push the sides up. Pinch like this and push them upward. Okay? So to close this up more, because it's still open, we're not going to add beads, but we're simply going to take the needle and go through these 3 15s and then the 3 beside that, like this, skipping over the turquoise. Doing this brings the center closer in and prevents the stone from falling out. So like that. See, skipping over the turquoise again. Like that. And you go all the way around until you see your thread. Here I don't have a thread, so I know that I have to go through again. Okay. I'm going to stitch down. To pick up more beads, I have to go through this turquoise and the 2 bronze right there. See, I'm coming out here. So I might as well go through there. We're going to decorate more. We're totally going to embellish this tiny little piece. through the middle 15 through the pink delica and go through the green one. Okay, like that. Okay, I really like this part. We're going to be doing, see all these pink delicas? We're going to be doing those. Pick up 115, 3 pink delicas, 115. Like this. Find where you're coming out of, right here. There's a green delica. I'm going to take the needle and I'm going to skip over these beads to the 15, skipping over this, skip over that 15, go down through this delica and through that 15. And it's going to surround this bead, and I really like how it looks. See? Go through this 3mm fire polish. Pick up 115, go down through the next fire polish. There are gaps here. See these gaps in between the green beads? We're just going to fill that gap in with 115-0. And then go up through this 15 and through that delica. Okay. And then a 15, 3 delicas, in 115, like this. Turn this, you can bend this. You want to look for that green delica again. See, in between the 2 pink, that one right there, you want that bead. Pull this through, make sure it's tight. Pick up a 15, 3 delicas, and a 15. Check to make sure where you're coming out of, right here. So I'm going to take the needle and I'm going to go through this yellow delica and that 15. Pull it tight, go through the green, pick up 115, and go down through this green fire polish, pull it, so it won't have any thread shown because it wants to loosen up in this area. Go up through this 15 and through the yellow delica. Pick up a 15 and 3 delicas. I got 4 that time. Back to 3. Okay, like this. I'm coming out here. I'm going to bend this a little bit and go through this green delica. Pull this through. Pick up the same beads again. Go down through here. So this is repetitive. We're going to do this all the way around. Through that green again, 15, through the green, we're at the close, so I'm going to go up through these 2. Pick up these beads again. Through that green delica. Okay, make sure you only go through that bead. And now we have this. Now I'm going to take the needle. Coming out of the green delica, I have to go down through these beads here. So let's see. I went through a 15 and a delica. It's kind of a weird angle to go through. So I'm going to go down through like this. See, I'm going through all of those beads there. I'm repositioning my needle. I'm going to come out here through the green, the 15 in the middle, through this green, like that, pull it. I now have this. Since I'm exiting out here, I'm going to go ahead and do the outside edge. Pick up a turquoise 15, 2 pink, turquoise 15, 2 of those, and 2 pink, and a 15. Like this. Going around this brown, or the bronze, go through the green. Okay. I'm going to go up through this 15 that's running away from me, avoiding me. And I'm going to do this again, and I'm going to do this in all 6 of these 6mm druks. So here is my pattern. 15, 2 11-0 delicas, 2 15s, 2 11-0 delicas, and a 15. Go through this green bead and through that 15 in the middle, through the green bead. Sometimes with the green beads, because they're sort of angled, it's easier to go through them on the bottom. Okay, that's what I have so far. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to do this one more time with you guys because it's pretty simple. And then I'll let you go around by yourself and we'll meet back up. Like that. Through the green and the bronze. So you're just passing through these 3 beads here. Through this green. Okay, so keep going all the way around, picking these beads up, passing through the 3mm, 15, and the 3mm, and picking up the beads again. Like that all the way over here, and I'll show you what to do next. Okay, back at the close, just continuing going through these beads that I have been doing. Go through here. Go through these 4 and coming out the center of those 2 turquoise. Okay, looks like this. Now what I'm going to do is pick up a 15-0 seed bead and sew down through these 4 beads. Like that. Pick up an 11-0 bicone 11-0 and go through these 4 seed beads here, like this. Pull this tight, because see how there's a thread gap? 15 again, go through these 4. I keep bumping the tripod and it's broken, so when I bump it, it sways like that. 11, 4mm, 11 through these 4. Am I halfway? Yes. Okay, I'm gonna pick up a 15. I'm gonna pick up 5 11s. There's 5. So 1 15 bronze and 5 11s. See the size difference? I've been working with 15s so much, the 11s seem big now. They do. Okay, so straight across from this, I'm going to add my second bale. So, let's see. I picked up these beads. 1 15, 5 11s. Take the needle, pass through these 2. We're going to make a circle here, okay? So I'm just going to go like this, let those beads rest here. Pull this so they slide down. Go like this, hold this between your fingers. I feel like I said that weird. And pull that down so it looks like this. I'm going to put a 15-0 in between my 11s so it forms this very sturdy little circle. It's cute. Kind of looks like a star or flower. Pick up a 15, go through here, the next bead. Where'd my bead go? Okay, slid down the needle. You have to do this very carefully because it gets loose big time. Look at that. See that? It already got loose. So I'm going to stop, pull it down. It's ridiculous. Pick up another one. Hold this between your fingers so it doesn't get loose again. Gently, carefully place that bead right there in between. See? Like that. Another 15 in between the next 2 11s. Again, hold that between your fingers. Another 15 in between these 2 11s. Now see, right here, see that 15? That's where we started. So I'm going to take this needle and go through that 11 and through this 15 at the same time, like that. See that? And then when we go through, it's going to look like a little star if we don't get caught on our tail. There, a little star. Go through these 4 beads. And we have this. It's cute. Okay, so we have 2 thread paths in this, which is good. But the only thing that's holding us on is this 115. So I'm going to keep going and adding more beads. But once we get done adding all of our beads, we will come back through here and we will reinforce this. I'm going to go through this turquoise, go around this way, and come back down through this turquoise. That's giving us 4 thread paths, I think, that's connecting that on there, so it's going to be strong. It looks delicate, but it's going to be strong. I'm going to pick up 11/0, 4mm 11/0 now. Go through here. Like that. I have to put this one over here across, right? Because I'm using this as a connector. I'm gonna keep going. I gotta finish this row out. I'd like to put that little 15 there. Okay. And 11 by 4mm bicone 11. I'm gonna make sure that's tight right there. Oh, my beads fell off. Go through here. Okay. Again. $11, 4mm, 11 through these 4. Pick up a 15, 5 11s, 3 4 5, 15 5 11s. Sliding them down. My thread is coming out over here on the left side, so I'm going to take the needle and I'm going to go through on the right side like this. So grab here, pull those beads down. Oh darn it. Okay. Like that. A 15. I'll get this runaway through here. 15 in between the 11/0. See how it's get loose? Don't like that. So I'll slid that down. Go through this one. Go slow. Again. Through here. Pick up another 15. Go through this 11 and through the next 15. Like that. It still seems a little loose. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through here, pull it. What does it do? Did it fix it? No way. Looked like it slid. What I was going to do is put my awl in here, stretch this out, and then pull that, and it would go around like that. But it looks great. I can't tell that it's loose. Maybe it tightened it when I pulled through there. Anyways. Last part right here. 11, 4mm, 11. Last part for this area. And then I'm going to go through these 4 beads again. Okay. And do I skip that bead or not? I kind of want to skip it. But if it's easier to go through it, then I will. Try not to go through that 15. It's making me. Gosh. Okay. There we go. So I have to go this way, and I'm gonna go this way, back through these beads, like this. Wait a second, can I get through that floor too? Let's see. I don't think I can, so I'm just gonna come out the back here. And then through this four. Let me see what's going on. Yeah, I have to go through there. Okay. Through the 4 and through that 15. Through this 4. And I'm going to try to come out the top. Yep. Alright. I'm coming out that green one there. It's on the back, came out to the top. And it looks like we're done. And I guess you could stop now if you want to. But I like to go just a little bit further. If you look at this one, and this one has a little bit more beads. So in between the pink lines there, I did green delicas. And then down here, see these yellow on top of the brown bead? Because I could see so much thread there, I thought that I would fill it up. And yeah, I think that's it of what I did on that. And then, like I said, I go back through here and I reinforce this. But with this stitch here that I'm going to do, we're just going to stay on the top. So I'm going to go up through this 15 into the yellow delica, through this 15, pick up a yellow delica, go through this 15 and through this one. See how I'm doing that with my needle? Okay, and then go up through these pink and through, come on, like this, through the 3 pink and out to the top here of the 15, like that. Okay, pick up 1 green delica, go down through this 15, see, right beside here, the next row, and through as many delicas as you can at one time. Sometimes I can do all of them, sometimes I have to do half. See, and the bead's gonna sit right there. I'm gonna go through these here too. You want to come out of that 15, that's the goal. Like that. My delica turned on me, so I'm gonna put my needle in it and spin it to where it sits like that. See? Through this 15, add in another delica through these 2 bronze there, through these 4 beads. I think it's easier if I do 2 at a time because it's such a long area I'm going through. Yes, much better, because I can angle it. And then green delica. Make sure you only put the green delicas around this and the yellow ones there. Okay, I'm pulling that tight because it looks loose. Go through this row. Through these. Come out to 15. Spin this around. I just think this little thing that I'm doing just finishes the piece off more. Covers up the thread. 3mm, not 3mm. 11 through these two 15s. Turn. And through that 15 at the top. Don't forget that bead. I got my 11 here. I'm gonna go this way at an angle. So see, there's a gap that we're just filling. Turn this bead that way. I'll go through these two, then fix it. Did I skip my 15? No, I didn't. I don't know why it's... There it goes. Do this 11. 15. Good grief. Good grief. Do as I do, not as I say, because I can't talk. Like this. It's like I learned to bead before I could talk. Through those two 15s. Up through here. Green. Fill in here. Okay. Through this 15, not the 15. There we go again. Through the 11 delica and the 15. Through this 15, another yellow right here. It feels too stiff, there's too much friction, so I'll have to do one bead at a time there. Okay. I have two more beads of 11 and a 15. So I'm going through like this. Then adding my green delica here. I'm gonna go through these beads on this side. Down through here. Through this 15. Yellow. After this one, looks like I only have that green one right there. Okay, so through these two. Through these here. I'm gonna have to do two at a time here. Do these two here. and then pick up a green through here. Go down through these three. Turn this. And just checking my work. Alright, so I went all the way around, add in the green delicas around the center and the yellow ones. I think it looks more finished than it did without those beads in those areas. So now what I'm going to do is reposition my needle and reinforce the bail areas and tie my knots. So I'm going to go through right here, the 15, the 11-0, and the 15. Straight through these beads. Go down through this 11-0 yellow delica and through the 15. And then through this green 15, or yeah, green 15, the green 3mm, and through the 15 there, and you have to go through the back in order to get through there because it's a little tight. And then through this green 3mm. Yep. And we're actually right now at this bail. So I'm just going to go up through this side. And I'm trying to see if it's best for me to come out the delica. Or do I do... I'm going to go through the... Like, do I go through the delica, come out the delica and go straight up into this? Or do I go through that 15? Because if I go through here, it'll be there. Thread might be seen. I'm going to come out the 15. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. I'm trying not to poke myself. I don't have any blood left. There we go. Something else I've been doing a lot. Poking myself with this little beading needle through here. So coming out the blue 15, I'm going through these beads. Like this. I'm going to sew up through these, going around. Reinforcing this. So there's more than one connection point in case that bead were to break. Through these. These two. Actually, not those two, just the 11. We're not going through the center 15. This thing has legs. Right here, just this 111. Like that. I have to angle it again. See? Just that 11 right there. Come out the 15 on the side. Because we have to go straight down, avoiding this 15. Because that is our only connection point. And we have to go through this like that. Okay. So now there's a thread on this side. Thread on this side. And then there's a threads in the middle. Now I'm going to start tying knots. I'm going to go through this 11 here, go underneath here, make a loop, pass through it twice, bring it down in front of the bicone, that's what it is. And then through these two beads, like that, and then through these, so see, I skipped the center bead there. Now I have to go through these blue ones since I skipped that one. I'm not tying any knots in this little area here. Only tying knots in front of the bicones. I can actually tie a knot here if I want to. In front of the seed bead. The 11-0. Through this seed bead. Let's see how well does that hide. Pretty good. I don't even see the knot really. So I'll tie another one. I think I'll just tie them though from now on, just in front of the bicones. And then through these beads. Yeah. Can't see me. Through these. Okay, so I'm just making my way through these to that other bail that I made. And doing this also is making it stiffer for us. I like the stiffness of this, you know, design, a project like this. It keeps its shape better, that's why. Okay, so tying another knot here through these beads. Through these seed beads. Come out the blue. Let me slide my needle down. Go up through these on the side. Okay, because remember we did the center, so we're doing the side thing again. Just like on the other side, I have this 111 that I have to go through. Okay, and then back through the blue. Don't go through that middle bead, because we're trying to create new thread paths. Like that. Yes. Through this. Where's my tail? Oh. I wonder if I should have that meet up. I probably can't. No, it'll make it too thick. I was going to have my two ends meet together. So, I'm going to continue tying knots with this one. Right. I think I'll actually tie another knot there and go through that 11. And I'm just going to take this all the way around. Try to go through as many beads as I can, stiffening up this area here. And then I'm going to go to this short thread. And I think with this one, I'm going to tie my knots in the area with these large beads. With the green, the 6mm, 3mm. I think I'm going to stay in this area tying my knots. Yeah. Basically, you just want to stay on the same thread path and don't make any thread paths where there aren't previously any, because it will warp your design. That's a big secret there in bead weaving. Alright? I'm going to link the Beadingschool Academy bi-monthly subscription down there below in the description bar. I'm also going to link individual beads for this component down there below in the description bar. In the next video, I will link materials for this one, and then in the third video I will link materials for that one. Alright? all down below in the description bar. So this is it. I hope that you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Be on the lookout for my other 2 videos. Please like this video, leave me a comment, subscribe if you want to see more of my videos, and make sure you click the bell button so that you get notified whenever I upload new videos, and follow me on my social media sites. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and Twitter. Thanks for watching.